Hi students, good morning everybody. So we have completed first unit in our 10th standard English. So from this video we are going to start our second unit. So in that we are going to see our second prose, The Night the Ghost Got In, written by James Grover Thurber. Okay, The Night the Ghost Got In. I hope every one of you have known what is ghost. Okay, you know what is ghost. So everyone will be very much terrified and afraid of seeing a ghost, right? Okay, now let us see about the author, James Grover Thurber. Right. James Grover Thurber, 1894 to 1961, was an American cartoonist, author, humorist, journalist, playwright, and celebrated wit. Okay, so James Grover Thurber was born in 1894 and was died in 1961. He was an American cartoonist. Okay, so who is a cartoonist? A person who draws cartoons or makes cartoon pictures is called as cartoonist. Author, so he is also an author. He had written number of works. And humorist. What is humor? You might have heard the word sense of humor. Okay, so he is having lot of sense of humor. So a person who makes some very much funny things is called as a person with sense of humor. Okay, so he is a humorist, journalist. So who is a journalist? Journalist is a person who writes news for newspapers or magazines or for news websites and for broadcasting in the television. Okay, so this he is called as a journalist, a person who collects and writes. A person who writes news for newspapers, magazines, news websites for broadcasting in television is called as journalist. So he is also a journalist, playwright. Okay, a person who writes plays is called as playwright. Okay, and celebrated wit. Okay, so he is also a person, a celebrated wit. Celebrated wit means, so wit means a person with some keen intelligence, with intelligence, lots of intelligence. Okay, so he was best known for his cartoons and short stories published mainly in the New Yorker magazine, such as The Catbird Seed, and collected in his numerous books. Okay, so he was best known for his cartoons. So he was a very famous for his cartoon plays and short stories published, and also he was famous for his short stories which was published mainly in the New Yorker magazine. So the New Yorker magazine is the name of a magazine. So his cartoons and short stories are published in the New Yorker magazine. So if you buy newspapers or magazines, you can see some cartoon stories in the newspapers. Okay, so those students who have the habit of reading newspapers might have known about it, or you might ask your parents also. So newspapers will have cartoon pictures depicting a story. It will be enjoyable for the children to read. Okay, so likewise his cartoons and short stories were published in the New Yorker magazine, such as The Catbird Seed. Okay, so one such cartoon picture is a cartoon story is called as The Catbird Seed, and collected in his numerous books. And also he in many of the books he had written many short stories and cartoon pictures. He was one of the most popular humorists of his time. So he was a person filled with a lot of sense of humor during his time. What is his time? From 1894 to 1961. So during that time he was one of the person who was noted for his sense of humor. as he celebrated the comic frustrations and eccentricities of ordinary people. Okay, so why we call him a person to be filled with lots of sense of humor is because he celebrated the comic frustrations. So what is frustration? Frustration means a feeling of upset, depression, sadness. Okay, it is called as worriedness. It is called as frustration. He celebrated the comic frustrations and eccentricities of ordinary people. Eccentricity. So what is mean by eccentricity? The unusual behavior. Okay, it is called as eccentricity. So unusual behavior is called as eccentricity. Why he was noted for his sense of humor is because he celebrated the comic frustrations. Okay, so even the if someone is in a depressed state or in a worriedness or in the sadness, he turned that into a thing to be enjoyed. That is, he turned it to be a funny thing. Okay, so that's why he was very famous person during his time as a humorist. Okay, so this is about James Grover Thurber. Now let us get into the lesson. The night the ghost got in. So what does mean by ghost? Pay. Everyone of you knows this, I think. Okay. So the night the ghost got in. So let us match the title of the lesson with this prose later at the end, right? Okay. Now, imagination of odd things always leads to absolute humor. So already I told you what is mean by humor. Having a comic sense, comedy sense, funny sense is called as humor. So imagination of odd things always leads to absolute humor. So what the author says here is imagining the odd things. What is mean by odd things? Unusual things, some strange things is called as odd things. Okay, imagination of odd things, some strange things or unusual things. Unusual means the thing which is not practiced for us. Okay, with which we have not yet practiced. நமக்கு பழக்கம் இல்லாத ஒரு விஷயம் or strange ஒரு புதுசான ஒரு விஷயம். Okay, so imagination of odd things always leads to humor. So here the author says that imagining about the unusual things leads to humor. That is some fun. Read the lesson and enjoy the narrator's experience with his grandfather, who creates chores and laughter with his imaginative stories. So read the lesson and enjoy the narrator's experience with whom? With his grandfather, who creates chores. Chores means confusions. Okay, who creates chores and laughter with his imaginative stories. So in this prose we are going to see about the narrator's experience along with his grandfather. So the narrator had created many confusions and he had made us to laugh with his imaginative stories. Now let us see what is it. The ghost that got into our house on the night of November 17, 1915 raised such a hullabaloo of misunderstandings that I am sorry I didn't just let it keep on walking and go to bed. Its headwind caused my mother to throw a shoe through a window of the house next door and ended up with my grandfather shooting a patrolman. I am sorry, therefore, as I have said, that I ever paid any attention to the footsteps. Right? Okay. The ghost that got into her house. So here the narrator says that a ghost had entered into their house. Just imagine. Okay, so in a night, during a night time, so all of you were sleeping in your home. Okay, so a ghost is getting inside your home. How it will be? Just imagine. It will be very horrific, very terrible, very fearful, right? So likewise, the narrator here says that a ghost had got into their house. So when it had got into their house, on the night of November 17, 1915. So during November 17, 1915, a ghost entered into their house and raised such a hullabaloo of misunderstandings that I am sorry I didn't just let it keep on walking and go to bed. So what does mean by hullabaloo? A lot of loud noise made by the people who are excited. Okay, just you have to imagine here. See, if a ghost is getting into your house, okay, and if you are waking up in the midnight, and if you are seeing that ghost, what will you do? Will you say, hi, how are you? Good night. Didn't you go to bed? Nee thoonga polaya? How are you? Will you ask like that? Okay, definitely we will be getting lot of fear and we'll be making some loud noise to wake up everyone, right? That is called as hullabaloo. Okay, lot of loud noise made by the people who are excited. That is called as hullabaloo. Okay, now, so raised such a hullabaloo of misunderstanding. So it had created many misunderstandings that I am sorry. So here I refers to whom? I refers to the narrator. I am sorry, I didn't just let it keep on walking. Okay, so I just didn't allow the ghost to keep on walking in my house and go to bed. Okay, so what is the meaning here is, the narrator says that, so after he thinks that there is a ghost had get into their house, he just didn't let the ghost to wander inside the house and go to bed. So and the ghost அப்படியே வீட்டில் வாக் போயிட்டு இருக்கட்டும் அப்படின்னு விட்டுட்டு அவர் தூங்க போகலை. He didn't go to bed. Its advent caused my mother to throw a shoe through a window of the house next door. Okay, so because of that, what happened? So what misunderstanding happened in the house because of the ghost entering into their home is, what happened is, it made his mother to throw a shoe through a window of the house next door. Oh, okay, what is the meaning? So what his mother had done is, that is narrator's mother, she throws a shoe through the window. Okay, so she is throwing a shoe through the window. Okay, so where that shoe, see, listen, just she is taking and throwing a shoe. Who? Narrator's mother. So what happened is that shoe went outside and it hits the window of the nearby house. Okay, do you understand? So mother is throwing a shoe, but what happening is, as she is throwing a shoe, it is going outside and hitting the window of the neighbor's house. So பக்கத்து வீட்டுக்காரங்க ஜன்னல் மேலே நம்ம ஒரு ஷூவை தூக்கி போட்டோம்னா will they be keeping quiet? Okay, and also what happened is, ended up with my grandfather shooting a patrolman. Oh my God, see what happened? So his immediately after knowing that there is a ghost inside their house, what his grandfather had done is, he had taken the gun for what? To shoot the ghost. And instead of shooting the ghost, what he had done, he had shooted a patrolman. So what does mean by patrolman? A police officer who is in a walk. Okay, so the police will be going rounds during the night time. Okay, to ensure that there is no thief is happening, there is no robbery is happening, no rowdyism is happening. Okay, so the police will be going rounds during the night time, right? So For shooting the ghost, his grandfather, narrator's grandfather, had taken the gun, and instead of shooting the ghost, he had shooted a patrolman. I'm sorry. So who is telling? Narrator. I'm sorry. Therefore, as I have said, that I ever paid any attention to the footsteps. Okay, I didn't pay any attention to the footsteps. Whose footsteps? He didn't bother about the ghost's footsteps. Okay, so he could hear some footsteps. Footsteps na enna nadakkumbodhu நம்ம நடக்கிற சவுண்ட் கேட்கும் இல்லையா, that is called as footsteps. So he didn't pay any attention, that is he didn't bother about the footsteps. Okay, so what happened in the first paragraph? A ghost is entering inside the house. It is creating some misunderstanding inside. So what misunderstanding is? Mother is trying to throw a shoe, but it is hitting the window of the neighbor's house. And grandpa is taking a gun to shoot the ghost. Instead, he had shooted a patrolman. So this is a misunderstanding happening inside the house, narrator's house. Okay. So they began about 1:15 in the morning. A rhythmic, quick, cadenced walking round the dining room table. My mother was asleep in one room upstairs, my brother Herman in another. Grandfather was in the attic, in the old walnut bed, which, as you will remember, once fell on my father. I had just stepped out of the bathtub and was busily rubbing myself with a towel when I heard the steps. Okay, so they began about 1:15. So what is the time? 1:15 means what is the time? It is 1:15. So 1:15 in the morning, that is night 1:15, that means early morning time. Okay, 1:15 in the morning. A rhythmic, quick, cadenced walking round the dining room table. So what the narrator is able to hear, when he is waking up at 1:15, he could hear a rhythmic sound. What is mean by rhythmic sound? Just imagine you are hearing a cine song or whatever song it is. You are hearing a song. Whether the song will be rhythmic or not, okay, it will have a rhythm. So if the rhythm irundhadan, it will be very pleasing for our ear to hear. Okay, and also imagine you are going and standing near a busy road. Okay, there will be lots of vehicles moving, right? So whether there will be any rhythmic sound there? No, the sound will not be rhythmic. Okay, so when the narrator is waking up at 1:15 in the morning, he could hear a rhythmic, quick, cadenced walking. What is meant by cadenced walking? There is a rise and fall of the voice or noise. Okay, அந்த நடக்கிற சத்தம் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, there is a rise and fall, ஒரே ரிதமிக்காக இருக்கு. Okay, so around the dining room table. So where he could hear the sound is around the dining room table. My mother was asleep in one room upstairs. So the author's mother is sleeping in one of the room. Where is the room? The room is in upstairs. My brother Herman in another. So the narrator's brother, what is the name of his brother? Herman. Herman is sleeping in another room. Grandfather was in the attic. Okay, so where is the grandfather? Grandfather is in the attic. So what is mean by attic? So a space or room inside or partly inside the roof of a building. Okay, so in the attic, in the where you might have seen in this is in the old fashioned house. Okay, and the house lella this attic will be there. It will be attached to the roof of a building. Whatever house it is, it will be attached to the roof. அங்கே ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்கும். So that place will be used for storing waste things also. Waste things are unusable things. Use பண்ணாத things store பண்ணி வைக்கவும் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. In some houses, rarely they will be using that place to sleep. Okay, so here the grandfather is sleeping in this prose. The grandfather is sleeping in the attic. So grandfather was in the attic in the old walnut bed. Okay, so grandfather is sleeping in a old walnut bed. Walnut bed means walnut, you know, all of you know walnut, it is a type of nut. So walnut bed means the bed which is made out of the walnut tree. Okay, so he is sleeping in the old walnut bed, which, as you will remember, once fell on my father. So what happened is, once when his, so it is in the attic. So where is that where the grandfather is sleeping? He is in the attic. Attic is a place or space or a room which is attached to the roof of the building. So in that roof this walnut bed is there, and in that walnut bed the grandfather used to sleep. So what happened is, once upon a time that while sleeping in that attic in the walnut bed, his grandfather had fallen on his father. Whose father? Narrator's father, right? So I had just stepped out of the bathtub. So what the author is doing, he just came out of the bathing tub and was busily rubbing myself with a towel, and he was wiping his body. So after bathing, what we will be doing, we will be wiping our body with the towel. So likewise the narrator is also wiping himself with a towel when he heard the steps. So when he was doing this, he heard the footsteps. Whose footsteps? The ghost's footsteps. Okay, so he is hearing the footsteps of the ghost when he just came out of the bathtub, and when he was wiping out his body with a towel, he is hearing the footsteps of the ghost. They were the steps of a man walking rapidly around the dining table downstairs. So how is that sound is? It is like the steps of a human being walking rapidly around the dining table downstairs. So how that voice or noise is, it is like a human being walking around the dining table. The light from the bathroom shone down the back stairs, which dropped directly into the dining room. I could see the faint shine of plates on the plate rail. I could not see the table. Okay, see, you have to imagine here. You have to imagine a place like this. Okay, so actually the narrator, his mother, his brother Herman, and his grandfather, everyone is in the upstairs. So where the author is hearing the footsteps of the ghost, they are hearing it in the downstairs. Okay, so how is the footstep? It is like a human being walking around the dining table. Okay, so the light from, so the author had just got out of his bathroom, that is bathing tub. So the light from the bathroom shone down the back steps. Okay, shone, it is the past tense of shine. Okay, so the light from the bathroom is falling on the back steps, which dropped directly into the dining room. And also the light from the bathroom is falling on the dining room. I could see the faint shine of the plates on the plate rail. So what is rail? So you could have heard a railroad. இல்லையா? So actually rail அப்படின்னா அங்கே தண்டவாளம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, that we call as rail, like this. That is called train கிடையாது. It is this rail. This one we call as rail. Okay, so here plate rail means the plates will be arranged in this rail. Okay, like a stand, that is called as plate rail. So the author, so in that light, which light? So the light from the bathroom is partially, not completely, it is partially falling on the dining room, and in that light, partial light, the narrator could see the shine of plates on the plate rail. Okay, he could see the plates shining in the plate rail. I couldn't see the tables, but he could not see the dining table. He was able to see only this plate rail. The steps kept going round and round the table at regular intervals. A board creaked when it was trod upon. I supposed at first that it was my father or my brother Roy who had gone to Indianapolis but were expected home at any time. I suspected next that it was a burglar. It did not enter my mind until later that it was a ghost. Okay, so just you have to imagine all these things that it is happening, like a story or like a picture, cartoon picture or some like a picture. You have to imagine all these things. See what is happening. So the narrator was able to see only the plates shining in the plate rail. So why the plates are shining? Because the light from the bathroom, which is in the upstairs, is partially falling on the dining room. So in that partial light, the narrator was able to see the shining plates in the plate rail, but he could not see the dining table around which the ghost was walking. Are you clear? Okay, next, the steps kept going around and round the table. So which steps? The footsteps of the ghost. Okay, what it is happening is, it is going round and round around the dining table. At regular intervals, a board creaked. So what is creaked? It is also a sound, creaking sound. Okay, so if there is a chair or if there is a table or something like that, or in your classroom, what you will be doing? When you are moving the benches or desk, you will be hearing a creaking sound, a screeching sound. That is called as creak. Okay. So the steps kept going round and round the table at regular intervals. A board creaked, and also the author was able to hear the creaking sound of it, that is screeching sound of a board, when it was trod upon. So when it was walking, he was able to hear the creaking sound of a board. I supposed at first that it was my father or my brother Roy. I supposed in the beginning, the author is just thinking that it might be his father. Whose father? The narrator's father, or his brother Roy. The name of one more. So one brother we have seen, Herman, and the next brother is Roy, who had gone to the Indianapolis. So Indianapolis means the polis eல்லாம் கிடையாது. It is the name of a place. It is one of the largest city of the United States. Okay. So who had gone to Indianapolis, but were expected home at any time. So by hearing that sound, the narrator is thinking that it might be his brother or father who had went to that place. Which place? Indianapolis. I suspected. So suspect means doubt. Okay. So I suspected next that it was a burglar. So what is his next doubt? It must be a burglar. Burglar means a person who comes for stealing. திருடுறதுக்காக கொள்ளையடிக்கிறதுக்காக வரவங்க. They are called as burglars. It did not enter my mind until later that it was a ghost. Okay, so for a long time he didn't imagine that it was a ghost. Okay, at first he is thinking it might be his father or brother Roy, who they had So they went to Indianapolis and they might be returning and searching for food in the dining table. Next he is thinking that he is imagining or doubting that it must be a burglar. So after a long time only he is thinking that it might be also a ghost. ஏன் அது ஒரு பேயா கூட இருக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு he is thinking after a long time. After the walking had gone on for perhaps 3 minutes, I tiptoed to the Herman's room. I hissed in the dark, shaking him. Up, he said, in the low, hopeless tone of a despondent beagle. He always half suspected that something would get him in the night. I told him who I was. There is something downstairs, I said. He got up and followed me to the head of the back staircase. The steps had ceased. Herman looked at me in some alarm. I had only the bath towel around my waist. He wanted to go back to bed. I gripped his arm. See, after the walking had gone on for perhaps 3 minutes, that is after hearing the footsteps walking around the dining table for 3 minutes, I tiptoed to the Herman's room. Tiptoed na enadhu சத்த வராமல் நம்ம அப்படியே அந்த அந்த நம்மளோட ஃபிங்கரில் காலோடல இருக்க ஃபிங்கரில் அப்படியே நுனி காலில் நடந்து போவோம் இல்லையா, தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் tiptoed. Okay, walking in the tip of the toe, that is called as tiptoed. Okay, tiptoed to the Herman's room. So he is going to his brother Herman's room. I hissed in the dark, shaking him. Okay, so he is shaking him so that he will be waking up. Up, he said in the low, hopeless tone of a despondent beagle. Okay, so despondent means loss of courage or loss of hope, confidence. Okay, in a courageless tone, in a courageless voice, he is waking up. He always half suspected. So அவரோட பிரதர் ஹெர்மனுக்கு ஒரு ஹேபிட் இருக்கு. What is it? He always half suspected that something would get him in the night. எப்போவுமே அவருக்கு ஒரு டவுட். என்ன டவுட்டு? நைட்டில் ஏதாவது அவரை பிடிச்சிக்க வந்துடும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு டவுட் எப்போவுமே, ஒரு பயம் அவருக்கு எப்போவுமே இருந்துகிட்ருக்கும். ஓகே, I told him. So the narrator is telling him who I was. அதனால narrator என்ன சொல்லிடுறாரு, ஏய் நான் தான் உன்னோட பிரதர் அப்படிங்கிறத at first he is informing him. There is something downstairs. Okay, what he is telling him, see, get up because there is something downstairs. கீழே ஏதோ இருக்கு, there is something downstairs, I said. He got up and followed me to the head of the back staircase. Okay, so he is waking up silently. See, as I said already, all of you should imagine this. Just you have to imagine this in your mind. Then only you can understand clearly. So he is getting up and following the narrator to the staircase. The steps had ceased, stopped. So steps la vandutaanga, steps mudinjadhu. The steps had ceased, stopped. Herman looked at me in some alarm. Okay, so Herman is looking at him in some alarm. Alarm means fear. ரொம்ப பயந்து போய் பார்க்குறாரு. யாரை? Looking at the narrator. I had only the bath towel around my waist. Okay, so the narrator is just having only his bath towel around his waist. He wanted to go back to bed. Who wanted to go back to bed? His brother Herman wanted to go back to bed. I gripped his arm. What does mean by gripped? He is holding his arm. Okay, he's just the Herman just wants to go back, but the narrator is holding his arm griply. Okay, he gripped his arm. Okay, see what happened in this paragraph is the narrator is going and waking up his brother Herman. So Herman is always a suspected person. He always has some doubt that at night something will come and catch him. Okay, so the narrator is telling that it is only me, nanda unna edupa vandiruken, it's me, your brother, and he is telling that something is there in the downstairs, and he is taking his brother Herman to downstairs. Okay, so Herman is very much afraid. He wants to go back to his bed, but the author is holding his hand very tightly. Okay, so let us stop with this. Let us continue in our next class. So for better understanding, when you are reading this, you have to realize the characters. You have to imagine the situation. Then only you can understand clearly, right? Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you.